Hi and welcome back to all of my viewers. This is yet another video in which I'm going to show you Knights in Tight Spaces. So what about this game? Knight in Tight Spaces is a tactical deck building game. This is not a released game. It hasn't been released. We have here just to hit play. Let me go to options and let's have a look at the audio here. Pretty nice, isn't it? So let's see here in video. We're going to go to full screen and we're going to go a little bit with anti-aliasing mode, high-end graphics, and apply. UI, we go to show card descriptions, show card description tooltips, show entity information, hazard markers. Let's go to subtle and rotation, buttons, auto hide. In game we have dynamic camera mode and critical, enable blood, enable hotkeys no, replay mode, and enable help screens of course, and hold button to enter. Camera controls default. Okay, there you are. So let's hit play and let's figure this out. Story tutorial. Let's go to tutorial. Oh, we have a lot of training here. So let's begin with training 1. There you go. That's the beauty of this thing. Now this is what I'm talking about, and as we see, this beautiful game has a lot of art. It's very stylish, it's very nice. So tutorial dude brawler, which is this green dude over here. We can see here resume, options, and quit. We have here the actual guy here, and then it says use the Q and E buttons to rotate. Pretty nice. It's pretty beautiful indeed. As you can see, use the mouse to highlight cards in your hand and press the left mouse button to select spinning back fist. So we have cards. This is one of the amazing things that I have seen on the actual video of the game, and this is one of the things that I like because you play cards. So it says that we need to select spinning back fist. So this is going to deal 15 damage and draw 2 cards. It's a mix of turn-based and art style with cards, as we already discussed. So let's select this one. Move the selection cursor to the indicated tile and press the left mouse button to carry out the action. The right mouse button to cancel a selection or toggle between cards selection and board cursor movement. This is to do that. We click here and press this one to carry out the card. So basically we just selected a card. The card says that we deal damage and we play the card on the actual character. So it is up here in the right, unarmed attacks deal 50% damage. Okay, that's unarmed attacks, and it says same cards require momentum to play. You can see this indicated on the top right of the card. If a card cannot be played, this is the momentum. If the card cannot be played, its momentum cost will be showed in red. This one cannot be played. And then you have to press the left mouse button to continue. Now, let's go undo the deal 3 damage and gain 1 momentum. I think this is going to be okay. Or just simply gain 1 momentum with this focus card. I think jab is going to be okay because we're going to gain a momentum to do a jump attack over here, as you can see. And it says here that he's going to deal 12 damage. And then we have rage, which is something that we're going to figure out just in a second. So let's select this one, and your current momentum is shown here. Of course, this is the momentum. Well, actually not exactly clear, but now that we know that, okay, next to it is the amount of the momentum you will start with the next turn. Okay, and play the focus card to refill the momentum. Okay, it says that we have to play this one, so we fill the momentum. Now we have one, and then we can play this one. Now your momentum is higher, and you can play the jump attack. This one over here. So to do that, we're going to select, and we're going to deal 12 damage and 2 rage. So you can see the minimum and maximum range of an attack in the card's data. Okay, wait, show info, it says use the jump kick card. Okay, this one, and then we do this. Okay, as you can see, the actual character jumped and kicked just as the card was telling us to do. Now let's have a look at this guy. This guy is a skeleton warrior, reanimated warrior ready to resume combat on the eternal battlefield. He has long strike, deal 8 damage up to 2 tiles away. So this means that this guy doesn't have to be near. Actually, I'm wondering if we can move the actual camera just to rotate. We cannot move, we cannot zoom out or zoom in. And then it says that has attack target weapon attacks deal +2 damage and gains 4 block every turn. Okay, interesting. You are now close enough to the enemy to use the jab. Okay, now we click here, use it to dispatch this guy, and then we click this one. There you go. Congratulations, you have just won your first fight. A fight ends when every opponent has been defeated or when you have completed all the main objectives. You just press this to finish, and here we have the statistics and the turns to completion. It says 1, score for 400. So let's go and continue. So as you can see, the game just crashed when I just hit the continue button, and then it crashed. Right now we have the main screen. It explains us that we're about to play and the actual game is under active development. Okay, so let's continue. Press enter to start, and let's go and play with the tutorial number 2. Okay, there we go. Another tutorial, dude, the same one. So now let's talk about your opponents. During your quest, you will come across a variety of enemies. You will sometimes be given warning where and when new enemies will arrive. Look for this marker. If the tile is blocked, there you go, this is the marker that it's saying that the enemy is coming in this direction. If the tile is blocked at the end of the turn, the enemy will be prevented from arriving until the next turn. I suppose that this means if we move over the actual tile. So press this button to end the turn and finish the turn. We have here the end turn button, and then there you have, we have the actual creatures coming around from here. The only thing that we can do up to this point is to rotate. This wall over here is going to disappear when we move in that position, so that's how we're going to deal with this with a camera that only rotates. Okay, let's continue here. Press and hold the Alt button or click the Show Info button, which is this one, at any time to see the current health of all the enemies on the board. There we go. Enemies will be activated if they are targeting the player at the beginning of their turn or if any character enters their range during the turn. Here we can see the info, and we see up in there the actual damage. They do the damage with the red hand, and the plus, the green cross, is the actual health, I believe. Enemies with projectile weapons can attack from any distance provided there isn't an obstacle, like this one. As you can see, instead of having the hand, it has the yellow arrow. Use front kick on the selected enemy to push them into the ranged enemy's line of sight. Now, we see this line over here. I assume that is the actual line of sight. So we're going to use front kick. We have cards. Our card here, it has a beautiful depiction of a boot moving forward. So we will deal 9 damage and push one tile and 1 push to adjacent enemy, or advance, then deal 9. Okay, we can do several of those. Okay, let's do that. Let's kick. It moves. Once an enemy has been activated, they will attack at the end of the turn, regardless of the allegiance of their target. The icon under the enemy indicates they are getting attacked this turn. Okay, let's go. Press the cursor over a target to see an individual's enemy stats. For example, this one, and we see there the stats. We already discussed this a few seconds ago. If you see this icon, now let's see, if you see this icon in the enemy's info panel, it means they are currently primed to attack on their turn, which is this one, I believe. I'm lost. Where's the actual icon? Okay, let's end the turn. So now, oh, that's nice. Enemies can move during their turn. Now, as you saw, this archer just hit the actual enemy because it was in front of him. Depending on their attack range, they may move towards you if they are close range, or keep their distance from you if they have a ranged attack. Enemies will try to stay away from tiles adjacent to avoid and get out of the way of other enemies. Use jab on the indicated enemy. It's indicating this one, so we're going to use jab over here. There we go. And now use front kick to dispatch the last enemy. So let's trying to move that guy there. Let's rotate the camera here. And now we are going to use front kick and click here. So we move one and then we simply kick it. Okay, continue. Training 3. Let's go directly to training 3. I love the artwork. The artwork is so nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, let's go. Let's take a look at more advanced mechanics. Some cards have an alternate movement amount. Use the option play card to move close to an enemy. It's the option play. Use the option play card. Oh, there you go. Move 2 tiles or deal 6 damage. So, as far as we are understanding right now, we are basically dependent on the cards that we get here. So, option play, it says move 2 tiles or deal 6 damage. And it says here, use the option play card to move close to the enemy. So we're going to move close to the enemy. And then it says you can use the environment to your advantage. Cards like Head Smash, like this one, can be used only when the target is adjacent to a wall or barrier. As it says here, slam target into an adjacent wall, edge, or object and deal 10 damage plus 1 damage per combo. It says unarmed can only be used by a character with no weapons. And combo, remove all combo after using the ability. Target will turn to face attacker, and ignore dodge cannot be dodged. That's exactly what it says that we can do with this. Note that some cards like Head Smash will cause an enemy to face you, so they will attack you if they survive the attack. Look out for this icon on the card. Now, it says that we're going to deal 10 damage plus 1. This guy has 38. Evidently, we're not going to completely destroy it. Use Head Smash. There we go. And now he has... Actually, you can see on the actual green plus button or cross button icon, sorry, you can see the actual health. So now it says that sometimes you'll have to take a hit, play the block card now. I'm getting very interested right now, so we're going to use the block here. Any damage done will be taken from your block before your health. Okay, let's end the turn. There you go. And it says note that any leftover block is usually lost at the end of the turn. If an opponent is pushed out of the fight space, they are knocked out. That's interesting because that's the fighting space. It's very tight. And then it says enemies can be pushed over railings, windows, open doors, or anywhere you see a hazard marker like this one. I believe this is the red line over here. Note that the void spaces won't always be marked with a hazard marker. Use push to dispatch this guy, and that's it. Just pushed him, and I like the physics of the actual game. Very nice. Then we have another skeleton warrior. Every time you make a successful attack, your combo level will increase. And here we have the combo level. Combo is maintained between turns, but any movement you do will reduce your combo level by 1 for each tile of movement. You need to reposition in order to attack, because we are facing here eventually, and we have 2 tiles in between this guy. Note that with very few exceptions, you can only move in a straight line on the board. Use dash to get closer to the highlighted enemy, and dash is over here. Move 2 tiles, we move 2 tiles over here. And then some cards require a specific combo. I think we use 2 of the combo here, and it says here that we need 2. Level before they can be played, for example, left spin kicker. Right, some cards increase your combo level without the need for an attack. Use jolt, for example, that increases the actual combo, and now we can use left spin kick on the highlighted enemy. So we select this, and we continue reading here. Note that besides pushing enemies through a void, you can hurt them by pushing them against an obstacle. Okay, so it says that deals 9 damage and push target to the left. There we go. He has 29 right now. If an enemy is primed to attack you, you can also choose to counter an incoming attack. This one at 10 block, and we deal 10 damage if we block, because this will allow us to retaliate during the enemy's turn. Okay, let's end the turn. There we go, and we retaliate. Some cards like grapple require basically this is the deck over here, as you can see. Grapple require multiple steps. Select the card first, grapple, and move target to any adjacent tile within the board. No combo gain, target will turn to face away. So we go here, and we simply move it here. I think this is going to be, then select the enemy, and finally select the destination. We select the enemy, and the destination, right, okay. As you progress through the game, you will come across cards and enemies with new abilities. If you need a reminder, you can hover over a card to see an explanation of what each icon means, and you can enable and disable help tooltips in the options. The first time you encounter a new mechanic, a help screen will pop up to explain it. You can enable and disable these help screens in the options menu. Finally, we go to training 4. As you play the game, you will accrue weapons and equipment, and you can see the effects of any equipment in the status panel. Cards marked with a sword icon will use the effects of any weapons held, for example this one. We are holding actually a mace as of right now. Okay, so now attack the marked enemy. This is tutorial Bro Cleric, and we're going to select with long strike, this one. Actually up to 2 tiles away, so we can do a long strike here, right? Okay, let's do this. It says I tried to click this one, but it didn't allow me. Even when holding a weapon, some attacks still use fists and feet. Cards marked as a hand icon will use any melee related effects and modifiers. Now attack the marked enemy. Let me use quick shot. Deals 5 ranged damage. This guy has 1. And this one ranged attack deals 6 damage with fireball. Okay, let's use this one. Some cards cannot be played at all if you don't have the correct weapon. For example, this one says that we need apparently a ranged weapon, it says here. Certain characters carry the attune trait. Over here, magic, it says there, can only be used by a attuned character, which means they get access to powerful magic abilities. They are marked with this icon. Now use the firewall to finish the night. So let's click this and go here. There we go. So we're going to go straight to training number 5. Great, now we have here apparently more enemies, and this is definitely a tight space. But it's an adventure without a party. During your quest, you will be able to control multiple characters at once. So now it's showing us the characters that we have here. The whole party shares the same cards and deck, as well as momentum and combo. Interesting thing to take into account. So, contrary to the belief that every single entity here has one of these things, I mean a deck, and this thing, it says that all of them share the same deck and the same combos. Use the buttons at the left side of the screen to switch between characters or select them in the play area. So we can do this, or we can actually select the other guy here. So it says your party will assist one another with support attacks. When one of your characters attacks, any other characters in range of the target will attack immediately with a free attack. Use the quick strike on the target. I have the quick strike here, and apparently we need to select the brawler. So we are going to do the quick strike, and it says that anyone that is in range, like for example the fighter or nail, is going to do a support attack. So let's do it. And there we have it. Great. Now you can check a character's support attack in the status panel. Select the hunter now. Now we select the hunter, and it says that notice that the hunter's support attack is ranged thanks to his bow. It is over there that it says will support attacks with ability quick shot. You can see it there. So it says reposition to the second enemy and attack with the front kick, making use of the hunter's range support. So select the brawler Watson, and we're going to reposition 2 tiles and then do the front kick. The front kick is going to do 9 damage and 1 push into the line of sight of the hunter. And that's it. So this is a very good thing to understand about the mechanics of knights in tight spaces. So now make use of what you've learned to use your whole party to take down the remaining enemy. The remaining enemy is it has 6 and 12 in actual block. So let's do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is to, for example, I have a shift, move 2 tiles, or move 1 tile. Okay, let's do, I would move 1 tile with this one, and then 2 tiles. It says here that maintains distance up to 2 tiles away. So okay, let me move here. Let's gain momentum. And then perhaps I can do this now. Actually, no. So I'm going to select this one and do this. The archer is going to hit this guy, and then that's it. Let's see what he's doing. He just turned, and now it's time to finish him. So I'm going to do it like this. Move 2 tiles. Actually, I cannot move there. So what I'm going to do now is to hit him with this guy and then get the support of the archer. There you go. And that's how this ends. You can hit here and show the replay. You can actually hit this and everything is going to move as it was. Very nice option here, indeed. Great. Now that we have finished what it is the tutorial, we're going to follow the actual demo here. And for that, we're going to go to New Game and we're going to find here options for difficulty. So the first thing that we can see is that there are 5 different options. We have Brave, that we're all going to assume that is normal. So this is default difficulty. Enemies have regular health and damage and no restarts are allowed. Then we have Noble, which as far as our understanding, this is going to be easy, and this is going to be super easy, honorable. Then we have Hardy, that is hard and heroic, which we're going to believe it is very hard. For the purposes of the video, we're going to continue in the difficulty level of Brave. Now we can see that we have the archetype selection. For this, we have 2 options, either the Brawler and the Fighter. We can see that there are other guys that are locked here, and apparently we see some sort of rogue, some sort of paladin, then here we have an archer. This is what it appears to be, a sort of magician, a wizard, and then we have as well what it could be, the sorcerer, and this is going to be some sort of it could be this the rogue, and this as well something in those lines. So for this, we're going to select this one, the fighter. I think this is going to be the best option. And we're going to see that the fighter is a well-trained in a variety of combat styles and weapon techniques. The fighter is one of the most versatile combatants. Instead, if we see the brawler, we see that it is an unarmed combat specialist at their best when fighting with fists and feet. So this is kind of a monk. So we're going to go for the fighter. So here we see that we have some sort of a deck. Here is the name, Stephen Clark. So we're going to be Thomas Dodd. Here we have a bunch of cards that are going to be part of our deck. We have 40 in health, a sword, and a shield. And here we have some status effects in which it says that unarmed attacks will do 25% damage and melee weapon attacks will do 25% damage. So let's begin with the bar keeper saying, "Hustler, didn't I warn you? What would happen if I saw you around here again?" We have these 3 options. I'm going to go for Laugh It Off. And Thomas, we are called Thomas Dodd. This is our character. We'd all had a lot to drink. We all said things we regret, you specifically, and you still owe me my share of the winnings. Here we have the money. And then he says, "One day your charm is going to run out, and then what will you have left?" "My looks. Soon the decision will be made for you, and you're going to make an enemy you can't simply brush aside." The door burst open, revealing a gang of angry thugs. "Oh, like these guys," says our character. Here is the map that comes with the demo, and basically what we have to do is to follow this and go all the way here into this castle. So there we're going to meet with the last enemy or the boss of the demo. So let's begin here. We begin with the first fight. There we have our character here. Let's remember that the only thing that we can do is to rotate. So in here we have two enemies. Both are called brawlers, and this one here is a heavy troublemaker. So let's have a look at our cards and let's see what we can do. This one says deal 6 damage to adjacent characters in a 5-tile arc, which is going to be pretty nice. And then with this movement, it says that we can move 1 tile. We have this one that does 12 damage and this one that does 6 damage. Let's do this one over here. Okay, this is going to make damage for both of them, and then I'm going to use this. Okay, he goes away, and then that's it. We cannot do anything else, so let's end the turn. He hits me. Then I'm going to go for this one. He's away, and then I can move 2 tiles away from him, and that's it. More enemies coming. Then I have this one that does 20 damage. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to move 1 tile, do the 20 damage. And finally, I'm going to use this. Oh, that was pretty interesting. I can redo this. So let's do it again. Let's do the 20 damage. And now, that's it. He hits me, he moves closer, and then they're trying to surround me over here. This guy has 15. I have a 12, a 10, and an 18 damage. This is better. So we dealt with that guy, and then let's move 2 tiles here. 1 tile, and let's do this one here. Not bad, not bad. That's it for him, and that's it for him. There we go. Now we can select a reward. It could be a quick kick, a counter, which adds 10 block and 10 damage, or a front kick, which will deal 6 damage and push 1 tile. I think I will use the counter. Now the barkeeper says, you do know who that was, don't you? I can't be expected to recognize everyone that wants a piece of me. Well, get to know them. That gang controls the whole region. You need to be ready because when they find out what you have done, they will come for you. They will come for all of us. Okay, let's continue here. This is an interaction. Here we have Agent Barnes. Agent says, heard you were causing trouble. I would argue that the trouble very much came to me. That was just the start of it. Can I offer you some assistance? I can reject. Obviously, we're going to agree. And then we have Gain, this hunter. We are recruiting him. He's a hunter, and it says at their best when armed with a bow, but has a few surprises when it comes to close-up engagements. 30 in stats, and he has I think it's a she. She has a short bow, and these are the attacks. So let's hire. We have recruited this agent, and now we say, sure, random stranger, let's fight some bad guys together. To have another guy on the party is always better. Now this is an encounter. Let's go to the encounter. There we have. This is the archer, and here we begin with the next encounter. So Let me move this guy. I'm going to select the agent and move 2 tiles over here. And now let's deal with this guy. Now we have a 19, 22 on a 19. Okay, let me deal with this. One more. Okay, so I can move here. That's it. We have another guy here in front of us. There we go. Some cards give you the ability to counterattack, and some enemies have the same ability. Look for the icon which has these 2 arrows in opposite direction, and a character with a counter ability will attack any incoming attacker within their normal attack range. Enemies will counter attacks both from you and other enemies, no matter whose turn the attack occurs on. And that's something that we saw on the actual tutorial. So now let's deal with this situation. I'm going to select our character and deal with this guy here in front of us. Then that's it. I think we cannot do too much. So let's end the turn. That's not good. Okay, now, if I move this guy, for example, I'm going to move this guy 1 tile over here. What this means is that, for example, if I shoot to this guy, then the other guy is going to hit him. That's a support attack. We already know this. And then we can deal with this. Do this. He's stunned, which is very good. And now we can deal with this guy here. He's still stunned, and that's it. We cannot do anything else. There we go. Now let's deal with this guy here. First of all, I'm going to block, because I'm sure that this guy is going to attack me. Let's do this. Oh, that was a mistake, because I just attacked him, and then because I defeated him, this guy cannot support. Okay, let's do the following. Let's do this. Good, because that guy went back. And then I'm going to move 2 tiles. Let me move. Actually, I'm going to move here to deal 12 damage. That's good. Whoa, that was 6 damage. That's it. And we're done. There we go. Okay, now let's move this guy. Sadly, I cannot move him. Gonna move this guy here. Gonna hit this one. It's an 18, it says. Move 1 tile away, but I cannot do that. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Can still select this one and deal with this one. A 6/6. Let's do this. I can't do that. Okay, now I can move this guy. There we are. And now we can select the reward. I can push or... Oh, this one is good. Quick strike. Agent, they have sent a lot of people after you. What exactly have you done? I'm still trying to work out. There was a drink involved. What's your motivation? They took from me. I need to take back what's mine. An Avenger, okay. Oh, mysterious. Well, Agent, looks like we have ourselves a good old-fashioned quest. We can't be the only ones this gang is causing trouble for. There must be others who need our help. Unlocking a side quest sounds good, or gain 8 health. That's what I'm going to do. 8 health. So we're going to continue. We need our rest. We don't have time for such distractions. Okay, and now this is interesting. We have the option to go for a trader or a blacksmith. Now, because we have another option here, we're going to go for a trader. Then we have this. I don't know what is it, but I'm going to go for trader. So here, oh, there you go. Now, I have the option to select more cards here. This sounds good. This card deals 8 damage and plus 2 damage per combo to an enemy up to 2 tiles away. 6 damage. This is an upgrade in which I can upgrade one of my cards. We have 120. I think I'm going to use this. Let me see. This one will make this card more powerful. Let's find out which is the most powerful card here. 14 damage. 18 damage. This looks good. I'm going to buy this. And then we have the opportunity to upgrade this one. There you go. That's it, because there's nothing else we can do. Okay, now this one is grayed out. We cannot go for this one. And that means that we are not going to be able to go for this one as well. But that's okay. Let's go for this encounter. Another encounter here. So let's see what we're going to do. Now look at this huge guy. This guy, okay, let me see. Bleeding is a negative status effect that can be stacked. It deals damage equal to the current bleeding value of a character at the start of their turn. Good. Now, select this guy. Let's, actually, before doing that, I'm just going to get near to do the support attack. So then I can deal damage and have the support. And finally, I can do this. There we go. Now let me see if we can move. Yeah, we can. Let's move 2 tiles. Attack this guy. There we go. That was a good hit. And then I can deal. How much is 3? There you go. Let's finish this. Now this guy comes near. Okay, let's do this. It's going to be very easy. 12 damage. It's a 60. There we go. Now he has 38. Let's deal with 20. 9. I think we're going to finish him. Great. That's fair enough. Now we can hit this one. Okay, let me hit this one like this. This one like this. And let's do a block with this. There we go. Oh, now he's bleeding. Interesting. Oh, this is good. Okay, now I'm going to move this one here. Gonna move this one here. Should this one have the support, and that's it. Great. Now I'm going to select push target one tile to enter to the left or the right of the current position and move to the other side of the adjacent enemy or move 2 tiles. I'm going to take the block. Now let's go here to interaction. Who goes there, says Thomas. And there is a spy master here. Is he there? I mean no harm. I represent an organization that brings balance to the kingdom. We need people like you. People like me? Not sure balance is quite my style. You've made more inroads to bring down this gang that my own people have in weeks. If you join us, we will give you the resources that take the fight to them. I'm going to accept. 50 coin. That's the sort of resources I can get behind. I suggest you use this to get prepared. The battle ahead will be no easy. Okay, now let's figure out what this battle is going to be. Look at this guy, 54. Okay, let's deal with this guy. Okay, first things first. Gonna move here. Gonna use this to hit this one. Again, I'm going to hit this one, if it's possible. And again. Now this guy is stunned, and that's it. Oh, that's crazy. Those guys are mages. Okay, what's the name of this guy? This is a trickster, low-grade magic user. Okay, let's deal damage here. 23. Great. 14. That's it. I can move back. Let's move one. That's it. There you go, magic user. Okay, 30. I'm going to do 20 damage. And with this guy, I'm gonna move one tile. Shoot this guy here. I can't. And now these guys are trying to block me there. Okay, let's move one tile. Deal damage to this one. That's it. Finally, I can do this, I think. Whoa! That was nothing. 10. Pretty interesting. Let's do this. Let's hit this guy. And now this deals 15 range damage. Ooh, one hit. That's it. She's about to be... Oh, God. Okay. I can still move. Why not? Okay, let's do it again. She's about to be defeated. So, okay, let's deal this. And now I can move. I'd like to move here. Now move here. Let's do this. Then again, hit him. Oh, ho, ho. He must attack me instead of her. Okay, there you go. That was it. Gonna move here. Wait a second. If... Okay, I can deal with this. Nine range damage. Let's move 2 tiles back. Hit this guy here. 20 damage is too much. That's it with him. And that's it. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now I can shoot. I can hit. Then... Okay, that's fair enough. That's it. Good. We're going to take 6 block or 6 damage and 2 tiles away. This one is good. Okay, now let's go to the interaction here. Agent, which is our party member, Agent Barnes, says they fight using abilities the likes of which I have never experienced. We call them the Attuned. If it isn't everyone's favorite lurking gentleman. We have been monitoring instances of individuals with access to these supernatural abilities, and it's only getting worse. By harnessing this power, this gang has taken over this region. Imagine what a real army could do with it. So how do we fight back? We have made sure that we have access to a few attuned individuals ourselves. They may be of use to you. So here we have another one, which is Agent Burrell. He's a sorcerer. So we're going to recruit her, 30 in stats. A sorcerer is an attuned to the magic realm and able to wield great power. She has a staff, and these are the abilities: Fireball, Healing, and Magic Shield. Let's hire her. We recruited the agent, and Thomas, our character, says fancy as well as all of that stuff that can they fight? Believe me, I can fight. Okay. The source of the gang's control is an old monk, one of the first attuned that we dealt with. His lust for power has driven him down a dark path. Powerful, lusty monk, got it. He has a manor that he's using as a base of operations, and he's using the outlaw gang to defend it. Get past them and you might just stand a chance of finding him. Be warned, once you enter, you will not be able to leave until he or you has been defeated. Okay, now we have the option to go for a tavern, a blacksmith, or a trader. Now, we just selected the trader before. We know that the blacksmith is something about weapons, but we're going to go to the tavern. Let's see. Ooh, look at this. We have the possibility to recruit a party member here in the tavern. But we don't have enough money. Okay, let's go back. And we have lost the opportunity to go there. Never mind, we are going to go to the stronghold and finish this thing, or perhaps they are going to finish us off. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, let's do this. Gonna move this one tile here. So now we're going to have support. I'm going to hit this one. There we go. That was a good hit. So now, okay, let's end the turn. Let's see. Another guy here. There we are. Now we can shoot to this one. This is quite powerful. So I'm going to do this. Now we're near. I can do this. Interesting. Gonna move here. And I'm going to push over here. Quick shot. I think we can deal with this. There we go. Good that this rubber is now in front of her, so I can do this, get the support, then I can hit with this. There you go. So finally I can move the fighter one tile, hit this guy. That's good. And then magic shield. It says add 8 block to the selected character. I'm going to add block to her. Oh, look at this. This one is carrying the 2. Ah, she's about to die. Move 1 tile or restore 4 health. Ah, restore 4 health. That's good. This guy has 10. Let's be sure that this guy is defeated. And that's it. Let's move 2 tiles. And let's see what he's going to do. He's a little bit powerful. Let's move 1 tile. And that's it. Okay. This is a fireball, 6 damage. Range attack. Ah, because he's very near, she can't use it. Let's get the support. There you go. Now I can use it. Perfect. No, I don't like this one with a huge sword. 40, look at that. Let's do this. What about the actual support here? I cannot move away. Okay, let's see. That's not good. Don't like the fact that this guy is there. But I can still shoot at the huge one, which is a troublemaker. Shoot to her. Have the support. Wow, every time... This is not good. Look at this. Okay, I need restore health. It says restore health to all friendly characters immediately. Okay, now I need to do this. I think it's impossible to deal with this guy. Now this guy, the only thing that he has... No, give me a break. Move 2 tiles or 1 tile, 2 tiles. Let's move this guy here. Give me a break. Okay, let's deal with this. There you go. Now, these guys are strong. What is this? 6 damage. Let's move 1 tile. Let's hit this guy with this. Good. Now we have 30. I need to move this guy away. Okay, and now no, I cannot do anything else. She's bleeding. Okay, great. Okay, I'm gonna need to move this guy over here. Hit this guy here. Great. There we go. Another one. Let me move this guy 2 tiles away. If it's possible, I don't think. Let's move 1 tile away. 1 tile near. Then I can move this guy away. I can shoot. Hit her. And then use 6 damage. There we go. Nice. And this is at 8 block to the selected character. I'm going to add the block to her, to him. And then I can deal. I can do this, but I cannot hit. That's it. She's bleeding. Let's move 1 tile. Let's move this one 2 tiles, if it's possible. I don't think. There we go. There we go. I can select this one, move. Move 1 tile. There we go. Hit. Support from both. There we are. Okay, now what's this? That's the boss, I think. What's the name of this guy here? This guy is called Monk. Okay, we have to deal with that guy. Okay, let's do this. Hit. Hit. That's it. Now let's see if I can move this one. I don't want to block him, so I can do this. Wait, what is this? Deal 6 damage in a 5 tile. Okay, let's do 6 damage. Okay. Gonna move 2 tiles. No. I don't want to do that. Let's finish this. Oh my god! Okay, so this was Knights in Tight Spaces. Sadly, we didn't manage to defeat the monk. We were actually in the last part. But we saw pretty much everything that we can expect from this nice strategic game that we just enjoyed. This was Victus. See you in the next one.